Welcome to Orientation Week for 2019. And as I said, as a former student, I'm always delighted to come back. And every time that I come here, I see the growth that is taking place in USP. And I think you, the students that are coming today to USP, you're so much privileged because this campus has continued to be developed over the years. And what you get now is a far cry from what we did when we were here in the early 80s. So congratulations, and it's great to see all of you. Great to see the young and bright faces, and also not some not so young ones also in the crowd. All of you eager to ready to take on the world. For those of you that are coming to Fiji for the first time, welcome to Fiji. We give you a warm bulavinaka to all of you, and I know that you will enjoy your time here in Fiji. USP has been mentioned is a premier institution of higher learning for the Pacific. I was not aware that we've been ranked in the top 50 in Oceania. And the top 9% in the world. I think that's a fantastic achievement. We should all give USP a round of applause for achieving that. So it's now an institution that's uniquely placed in a region of extraordinary physical, social, and economic diversity, and a lot of challenges in all these spheres of life. With 14 campuses in 12 member countries, numerous international accreditations, flexibility in mode of study, strong employability of graduates, and affordability, USP today is very good value for money for all students in the region. As has been mentioned, it provides a range of comprehensive, relevant academic programs, many of which can be pursued at campuses and in a variety of formats, face-to-face, online, flexible learning, or via a mixture of modes. I can tell you we never had that during our time. I was telling my youngest daughter is still here. I used to tell her how we used to go to the library, write down everything, then go and draft your paper, then write it out again, and then write it out again. Today it's completely different. Students, now you have access to the Disability Resource Center, which caters specifically for the needs of students with disabilities. And this is something that that USP has to be applauded for. USP continues to improve its quality and reputation through international accreditation of its programs. And I understand that to date, USP has achieved 27 international accreditations and 15 international recognitions. The latest of which was accreditation by the WASC, Senior Commissions on Universities and Colleges for 6 years. This means that USP now meets the stringent American standards. That is a recognition of quality, and this is a big boost to USP's international standing and a big boost to you, the students of this university, because your education qualifications will be recognized in those jurisdictions, allows you to have greater portability of learning, and it opens up a whole opportunity for getting jobs in other countries. I know that USP has continued its quest to improve and provide the best ways of teaching. There has been a continuing quest to harness cutting-edge ICT leveraged learning for students with a complete rollout of the lecture capture program, and I understand this is being fine-tuned. Since its establishment, the university has issued close to 60,000 qualifications, testifying to its foundational role in tertiary education of its member countries and the development of many of our leaders. This week, all of you students, new ones, you have an opportunity to meet with your faculty members, to attend the orientation sessions, to seek academic guidance and register for your courses. As new students, you'll get to meet with other fellow students and take advantage of the services provided by USP. And I think that's a very important aspect. When you reach my age, you will remember the time that you spent here, some of the best years of your life. Workshops have been organized by various staff to prepare you for an exciting new life here. This week is for you. I urge you all to really decide to make the best use of this week. Really get to know USP. Really get to know the services available. It will help you become much more productive in the shortest possible time, if you really make use of this week well. I understand that the Orientation Week Village has been set up for you at the student car park near the main gate. This will provide entertainment, interactive games, and icebreaker activities to help you make new friends and ease you into the university way of life. Some of you here, you're actually the first in your family, village, or community to make it to USP, to make it to university. So congratulations to you. Some of you are continuing a tradition of seeking academic excellence by those from your families and from your communities. Congratulations to you also. Your experience here at USP can assist you, it can make you, and can break your future also. Everything in life comes down to choice, as long as you make the right choices. You will eventually realize that studying at USP is very different to secondary school, which you are so used to. Here you have a lot more independence. You are exposed to a new environment, a wider variety of cultural groups and experience, and a greater control over your learning. It can be a heady experience, and one can so easily lose focus and get distracted, because that's happened to a lot of us when we were students here also. But that's something to watch out for. Navigating through these challenges can certainly be daunting, but this is where USP student learning support teams come in. I understand that the student learning support teams will provide you with services that will help you make your learning experience worthwhile. They will assist you to uncover the answers to the questions you have and provide relevant information about resources, programs, and support services. If you use this week well, you will already be on your way to becoming a successful and aspiring student. USP also has a first-year experience programs and activities which are designed to help incoming students like you to maximize the first year by getting comfortable on campus and connecting with the USP community to make this place your home. The support rendered by USP's member governments has always been commendable, with Fiji being the largest contributor. Over the past several years, the Fiji government has successfully rolled out a Topper Scholarship and Tertiary Education Loan Scheme that has given every Fijian student who qualifies for tertiary education a chance to undertake tertiary education. These initiatives have been looked upon as a possible model for the rest of the Pacific. In the 2018-2019 budget, a record of $1 billion was allocated to education to create a smart and prosperous Fiji, of which $123.8 million was for the higher education sector. This is the first time Fijian government has ever set aside such a figure, such an amount for a single sector. Why is this happening? Because we know that your future is our future. An additional $46.5 million and $43.8 million was provided to expand the TELS program, the Tertiary Education Loan Scheme, and to increase the number of awarders provided under the National Topper Scheme. We have significantly increased the number of National Topper Scholarships that are provided by government with an additional 340 full-time scholarships, bringing the total from 630 up to 970. And in line with our commitment to ensuring inclusivity of students with special needs, the government is also offering 20 full-time dedicated scholarships under the scholarship scheme for students with special needs. Fiji has dramatically increased funding in the TELS scheme by 30% to cater for the young number of TELS students who want to take advantage of the TELS program. We have also doubled the parental income eligibility threshold, ensuring that more students have access to government funding for their future and for their tertiary education. Now, just a few last points I want to share with you before I sit down. The greatest gift that anyone can give you is the ability to think on your own. That is the greatest gift that you can be given. The ability to think on your own, the freedom to think. This is something that you must cultivate while you're here at USP. For many of us, our cultures require us not to ask questions, to just accept things as they are. But in today's modern life, this is something that we must cultivate. We must learn. We must have the courage to be able to ask questions so that we can increase our knowledge. That is something that is going to be critical to you. I want you, as I said before, a lot of our cultures require us not to ask questions. I want you to change that while you're here at USP. Asking questions and thinking about the answers you get is critical. Not only to ask the question, but to think about the answers you get. Think about the actual meaning of it. We need people who come out of universities and who do not just regurgitate what they have learned, but can also think for themselves. Cultivate this ability. Make it a focus of your life here at USP. Start practicing that this week. Here in the Pacific, we are consumed by the effect of climate change on our lives and how it is destroying us. We have to ask questions about what development really is. Is it just about growth? What is it really about? Is it really about just getting more and more money? Is it just about the rich getting richer? Or is it really about more and more wealth in the hands of the few? These are critical questions that we have to ask. It is these ways of thinking that more and more and more that have led us to some of the problems that we face in the world today. Climate change, sea level rise, proliferation of foods that lead to NCDs. These are things that happen because we have had one particular way of looking at development. And that is something that we need the future leaders of the Pacific to start asking and thinking about these questions. True learning requires inner discipline, and knowledge grows best when there is freedom to think. So I hope that you will be able to develop that ability to think on your own. I want you all to remember that and to nurture it. My last point for you students is to tell you that what I've learned, I'm almost 60 now, that the most critical characteristic for success is perseverance and grit and the ability to keep on going. Some of you have come here because you have been super smart kids who did not have to study hard to get here. I want you to know that I now know that the most successful people in life are not necessarily those with the highest IQs, but those who persevere, who keep going, who work hard, who keep trying, who are always trying, and who are not satisfied with what they have achieved. This has been a big lesson for me because I always used to believe that IQ was the most important thing for success. I now believe otherwise. If there's one thing that you should be proud about, it will be your ability to persevere, to keep on going when others want to give up. The Pacific needs leaders who have that quality, and I hope you start honing that quality here at USP. I wish you all the very best for Orientation Week 2019.
Thank you very much. Sadly, the Honourable Minister has to leave us early today. He's got another engagement, but we thank you again for your time, sir, and we hope you have a productive day. Okay, so now we'll be hearing